Welcome back to the Amoretti Test Kitchen. I'm Tomas, and I've got my Hawaiian shirt on, so you know what that means. We're going to be cooking. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to make an entire supper for you. We're going to have meat, we're going to have potatoes, and we're going to have a vegetable. But this won't just be any supper. This is going to be a low-fat, low-carb supper that will still taste tremendously delicious. So let's get to work. The entree is the ultimate comfort food, meatloaf. But this is no ordinary meatloaf. Saute the onion, bell pepper, and celery in 2 tablespoons of olive oil until they soften. Add the tomato sauce, the garlic oil extract, the oregano oil extract, and simmer on low heat for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. Allow the sauce to cool completely to room temperature. To further lower the fat content and drastically reduce cholesterol, I replaced one of the 2 eggs with egg substitute. Whisk the egg and egg substitute together in a large bowl. Add the ground beef, the ground turkey breast, and the oats, and mix thoroughly with your hands. My meatloaf recipe uses a combination of lean ground beef and ground turkey breast, which makes it lower in fat. And I use old-fashioned oats instead of breadcrumbs as the binder, which means it's lower in carbohydrates. Next, I added a delicious blend of tomato sauce and aromatic vegetables to give the meatloaf moisture as well as wonderful aroma and flavor. Pat the mixture into a loaf pan. Invert the loaf pan onto a broiler pan and remove the loaf pan. Bake the meatloaf in a 375-degree oven for 45 minutes to 1 hour, using an instant read thermometer to be sure the center reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit. While the meatloaf is in the oven, we can prepare the mashed potatoes. Now, place the potatoes in a large pot and add enough water to cover them by 2 inches. Boil the potatoes for about 15 minutes until a paring knife inserted in a potato meets no resistance. Now I can hear you all saying, Tomas, how do you reduce the carbohydrates in mashed potatoes? Well, of course, I can't do that. So the main source of the carbs in this meal will be the mashed potatoes. But we're going to stick to an RDA recommended serving size of 1/2 cup. But I am going to remove the saturated fat from the mashed potatoes by replacing the butter and the milk or cream you normally use with olive oil and vegetable broth, and using Amoretti's extra virgin olive oil infused with the flavor and aroma of Kalamata olives will give these mashed potatoes a flavor unsurpassed by regular old mashed potatoes. Add the garlic, Parmesan or Romano cheese, Amoretti olive oil, and broth to the potatoes, season with salt and pepper to taste, and stir until combined. The vegetable side dish for this meal is haricot vert amandine, better known as green beans almondine. Put the green beans in boiling water over medium-high heat for 7 to 8 minutes until they're crisp tender. Drain the green beans and shock them in ice water to stop the cooking process. Green beans are naturally low in fat and carbohydrates, and when flavored with Amoretti butter extract instead of butter, it eliminates any added fat. Combine the wine, butter extract, vanilla extract, and granulated onion in a serving bowl. And season with salt and pepper to taste. Toss to coat well. These crisp green beans seasoned with white wine, minced onion, and crunchy sliced almonds will impress even the pickiest of eaters. Toast the sliced almonds in a dry nonstick skillet until fragrant. Add the green beans and toss until they're heated through. Now, if we're lucky, everything came together at exactly the same time and we're ready to serve. So let's slice the meatloaf into 8 servings, unless of course you have teenagers. Top each serving with 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce and plate each slice with 1/2 cup of the mashed potatoes and 4 ounces of the green beans. Bon appetit. It looks like we finished everything at the same time, plated it up, and we're ready to eat. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you try our recipes. If you would like us to make something with a product that you own, drop us a line at blog@amoretti.com. And be sure to visit our website and see our videos at amorettiblog.com. Bon appetit.
Thanks again for joining us today. Below, you can find a link to our store, as well as recipes developed in the Amoretti Test Kitchen. If you want to see our previous recipe, click on the video next to me. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.
Turn the dough out onto a big sheet of lightly floured parchment paper and knead very lightly, just until the dough comes together. Lightly flour the top of the dough and roll